course, our pals Wham Stand.
Yeah, no. Since I started with Wham Stand since Exit Z issue 1, which is my very first campaign. Matt is such a cool guy. I've never had any issues. He's always looking out for us when it comes to us doing orders with them. I've done 2 different Whamblems. So they have one for Exit Z, one for Phantasmagoria. I might do one for one of the short stories if I have enough audience to convert that short story into a full issue, which is another thing that we do with Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria is basically like that little quick 2-minute stage for these stories to see whether or not we could build something off of it. In issue 1, we had a story called Gaia Succession, and it went from just being 10 pages to being a full issue, and we ended up printing that full issue through the imprint of Comic Unknown shortly afterwards.
Well, see, that's the way to do it. And comics used to do that as well. They used to have a book that they would test things out on, and then they pull from that book, because it's almost like having a place to put your pilots.
That's essentially it. That's one way of putting it. These stories are essentially pilots to see whether or not we could build something off of it.
Love it, love it, love it. And of course, we love Wham Stand here. Amazing stuff they do, folks. If you guys want your stuff to look amazing, hit Wham Stand up. Get buy a couple of pieces from them. They'll make your con experience even better. And
I have I have the spinner rack.
Yeah,
so cool. So cool.
Dude, I love the fact that automatically puts you in a different place, because most of the times people who have their tables have their stuff laying flat on their tables. Now the spinner rack kind of like elevates you, and people can see your book from farther away. And the fact that the logos go on the spinner rack, it makes it even better.
Yep. And each of the front of the books has the slot to be able to put a Whamblem, so you can personalize it each time.
Amazing, folks. Go check out Wham Stand. Dude, you won't be remiss. You can show off your stuff at the con, go show off your stuff at the house. It can keep your stuff safe in the house and the con.
These images of the Wham Stand are actually older, because that was from issue 1.
Yeah, he's changed them up a bit. Yeah.
The newer ones are slightly thinner, but they're sleek. They're super sleek.
Yeah. He does amazing work.
Yeah, that's the Exit Z one as well.
And I remember the swag.
Yeah, we actually have 2 people that have picked up the Phantasmagoria shirt from the campaign.
Lovely. Comics Unknown, Phantasmagoria. I love it, love it, love it. And it's so funny because I tell people all the time, to do stuff with their logo, with all their stuff, and they look at you like you're crazy. I'm like, nobody's gonna want this. You'd be amazed who wants it.
You'd be amazed. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I want to say, don't get me wrong, it's not a lot of people either, but I've had a couple dozens that have picked up a shirt, like the Comic Unknown shirt, and I'm just waiting for the day that I'm just walking to a mall, or to a non-existent mall, and I'm just like, oh shit, I know that shirt. I'm like,
yeah, it's funny when people like your stuff. They're gonna get your stuff.
So this is cool. This is something that I didn't do the last time. This is a second cover for Mystical Occurrences that Alejandro, Mad Monkey, which he's in the chat, he got commissioned for it by Eric Webb, and it's such a cool little cover. It's in the add-on section, so it's not an actual official cover, but if somebody wanted to pick it up, we'd be able to print it as well. Nice. And have it specifically if somebody wanted it. And we changed the style up a little bit with the dressing, instead of it being in the top right corner, things like that, just so then it looks like an actual proper variant.
Exactly. But this looks great. This is a great cover.
Yeah, Eric does an amazing job when it comes to that.
Stretch goals.
Yeah, we got a couple stretch goals in there. I think I'd put it every 500 after the campaign.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We have the early bird special, which actually expires in an hour. It's for 3 days.
So you better use the
I don't think anybody's going to catch that by the time by the time they watch this. But the
Oh
early
yeah,
bird
if you're
special.
here right now, comment section, links right there. Go.
Yeah. If you can, you must. Now's the chance. But it was just getting like the standard cover and then the collector's edition.
Mhm.
That was the only two things I did when it came to the early bird special. We also did something where if you back it, got this. I made a sticker for me and Don made a sticker for the taking tree. It doesn't show up there because this was an afterthought.
Right.
And I made it into a hollow sticker.
Nice.
And anybody that backs it within the first 3 days as well automatically gets that sticker. So we have 20 backers, so that's already 20 stickers that are out.
Incentive.
Yeah, I try to incentivize it. I try to make sure that it's worth the backers' while. I always do that. When it came to Phantasmagoria, Exodus Z, and the other campaigns that we've done, we had stickers, we had mini prints. Excuse me. We'll add digital copies of the backlog of anything that's from Comic Unknown, things like that.
You got to refresh the page, Rafael, so you can see this show does help bringing backers. Just like
yeah, I'm getting there, but I wanted to show off the covers again.
Oh, stop it.
Oh my god, these covers are fantastic, folks, and I just love the fact that you can get whichever cover you want, or you can get all the covers.
And it's cool because each person, not for nothing, they have their own fan base.
Yep. Dude, that's true too. You know, that means that your fan base can get your cover. Mm-hmm. And I do like the fact that you're telling them, let's make this into a contest.
Yeah. So they're aware of it, and I think since we just started, I want to say there's 3 covers that have 4 purchases, 2 that have 3, and like the rest have 2 purchases. So it's just starting. Don't get me wrong. This is a 35-day campaign, and we're just finishing up day 3 in an hour. So we're doing very well in all things considering.
And I gotta say, the main cover with all the snippets is fantastic. You know, they did a good job at kind of showing off everything without making it too busy.
That was my concern when we were trying to put it together. Mm-hmm. And I had to reorganize which one goes where,
right,
to make sure that there's no one area that you just stay locked on and you ignore the rest. So
you did a good job at that because your eye kind of like goes to each one.
Yeah, I did that as well for issue 1, which you see it behind me. But we did it from left to right. This time we did it more of a diagonal type of thing.
I love the diagonal.
But it works out. I love how it looks. It covers enough of the cover, and it gradients from a red to a black.
Yeah.
So it all blends in together at the bottom.
Dude, yeah, it just really works. You know, very, very well done. And there we go.
We got another backer.
Yep.
We were at 20 when we started.
We are at 21 backers, 1,185. They're very close to funding. They got 32 days to go. Come on, folks. We can get them past the
Let's go.
Yeah. We can get them past the 3,000.
I got my early bird. I didn't even realize I did it. Thank you, Ori. Good.
Oh, thank you. I just saw that was you. Thank you, my friend. What'd you get?
I got the early bird.
Did you get? Oh, you got the early bird catch up. Cool. Thank you.
What's the point of number 2 if I don't know what number 1 is, right? So I got to figure out what number 1 is first. So
you're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, number 1 is really good.
You're gonna have a blast with issue 1. You're gonna have a crazy time with issue 2. There is nothing to be disappointed about in any one of the books. We, like I was saying earlier before you hopped on, it's different styles of horror combined, so there's a little bit of something for everyone. And I try to make sure that everybody could be content with it at minimum, ecstatic at maximum. And it's a very good ensemble of cast, creators, and characters.
Well, I'm just excited because this will help me prepare for shows with Rafael when we do them with the the ghostess with the mostest.
Oh, that's
Shannon.
right.
She always freaks me out in these shows. It's like, okay, I got to really toughen myself up, and I think reading more is going to help.
There's some gory. It's both issue 1 and issue 2. There's some gory scenes.
Yeah.
In issue 1, we had a story. You probably remember it after I bring it up. There was one called sexually transmitted demons.
Sexually transmitted demons.
It's exactly what you think it is.
And
it is the most insane thing you could
I remember
probably
discussing this last time.
the most insane story you could think of.
Oh my god. All right, folks, let's go to the videotape and see what we got. Hold on. Phantasmagoria.
I can't wait.
Oh, man, that was great. You did a good job because sometimes people have trouble with the video, but actually you kind of like showcased everything. And
I was considering
Yeah.
adding a narration to it. We have a narrator character, a female narrator character that's called her name is Juliana Graves, but very voluptuous and they're like very Frankenstein art style. That's by John Apple. He does my art for Exodus Z, and the colors is done by CL Zeno, which he does the Tales of Goop story. And I was trying to figure out, and I was trying to convince my wife to do the narration for it. And she gave me the most nicest fuck off of life. And I was just like, it didn't hurt to ask, you know? She was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, okay. So I just left it without the audio. I was going to do it.
Yeah.
I was going to do it in her point of view.
Mm-hmm.
At her speaking like if she's narrating in the book. And
you get your own crypt keeper.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's essentially she has her own intro and outro. And by the ending of issue 2, she's going to be in a very tough predicament where John and I are making a story for her for issue 3 or issue 4. We haven't figured it out yet. She would have been good. Yeah, dude.
Oh man, dude, I gotta say, I love having you on because I like what you're doing. You're doing it different than most of these anthologies. I feel like you're really bringing in the teamwork when it comes to this.
I'm trying, dude. Like I said, I feel like there's always a way of improving. Even in my own issue 1, those ways of improving, which I took it into account for issue 2. And I'm more than sure by the time I'm doing issue 3, there's going to be things that I did in issue 1 or issue 2 where I was just like, you know what? I could probably do it better. I could probably do it this way instead of that way. But I try to make it into a team effort, not just a single person.
Right.
And everybody has been great with it so far. And they've been cooperating in a way where like I'm grateful for it. Like we've had good teams so far, and everybody's been doing their own thing. They'll be posting. Everybody's been posting. So like everybody's adding me as a collab. So if you go to Phantasmagoria Comic, the Instagram, you see in a matter of 3 days, like 57 posts because I'm added in all of them as collab, and it's just a ridiculous amount. And I'm just thinking anybody that follows that specific Instagram is going to be flooded with Phantasmagoria stuff. That's the main one. That's a Comic Unknown, which as well, I tried to add that one as collab as well. So if you were to scroll down, you could see it as well.
Hold on a second. But this also gives you a way to have more content because we do it with Mint Apple TV, and it also show you already have this showing off already, so it makes it easier to show off.
Mm-hmm. That's the sticker I was referring to earlier, the hollow sticker.
Oh, that's a good sticker.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That is very good, actually.
I think there was one point that I had. So in the center, the third one, I had a version of that banner, of each cover. It'll be the next one over, and my Instagram literally had that exact same picture 10 times back to back, all flooded. That's with Samurai Ninja Rabbits. That's actually a contest I just not a contest, a campaign I just finished finishing with John Cotz's beginning of the year.
I remember this.
I've been very busy.
Yeah. I shared this earlier. Yeah, earlier I shared this. I was like,
yeah. So Samurai Ninja Rabbits, it's his own creation. I've been that's actually the first story I'm doing as a publisher.
Nice.
Where I'm not involved in the writing or the art style. And John's been great. He's been involved. He was involved in the first Phantasmagoria, where we had a vampire stripper by the name of Angie Gogo, and he's done variant covers for Exit Z as well.
I love the fact that you're doing all these things, and sometimes this is what you got to do, though.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, your cover here, it gives me Hulk feelings, and I really like it.
That was unintentional because in Comatose, so I was known for Exodus Z with the whole zombie apocalypse reaching the gates of heaven, but I always had this other lingering idea of another zombie story, which it was in the back burner since issue 1 of Exodus Z, and it's not until now that I'm finally giving it some life. I'm breathing it in at this point, and it was a very cool idea of what if instead of it being people getting infected through blood, there's an infection in the written language. It's like, imagine a curse, and there's an infection of the written language where a specific character, which is the comma, gets infected when it gets overused. So that's why there's a play on words when it's called comatose instead of comatose. And what would be the first thing, the first set of people that would be infected? Professors, lawyers, doctors, things like that. So it's a reverse, not a reverse, but the people that will get infected will be more of the nerds first,
Yeah.
Or the professors, the doctors, the lawyers, and then who would be the ones that survive? The losers, the jocks, the cheerleaders. So they're the ones that survive instead. So it's very it's kind of like Zombieland in a way, like in that sense.
Like that. I like to play on words. I like to play on ideas. Yeah, because and it kind of gives me the Evil Dead type of thing with Necronomicon.
Yeah, in a way. I did the story for just 10 pages, which is all 10 pages are there, and I left it in a very general cliffhanger where the survivors of these 10 pages reach up to a specific location, and I just put to be continued. The story itself, I have issue 1 basically written, and I already have the idea of what would happen in issue 2, but I wanted to first wait and see what is the outcome of Phantasmagoria issue 2, whether or not people liked the idea to be able to actually bring it to life as an actual single issue.
You could probably do like a contest where vote for your favorite, and maybe we'll make it.
It's a good thought because I've considered it, and there's many of these stories are left in some form of cliffhanger, or there's enough space to continue off the story into something else.
I can see it. I can see like because just because we're voting for it's more about what you want to see at the moment. It doesn't mean that people don't want to see the rest of it. It's just people want to see this. At the moment. I want to see this book. And then as time progresses, I want to see this book.
I had a blast with that book, honestly. The creative team that I had for that one, it's completely different from who I've used before. The two people I actually met is Dave Maury and Rita with a D, Kalula. Very great. Their art meshes so well. It's surprising because they've never met each other, and it to me it gives like this older vibes. It's almost like when you see the characters there, it's almost like Archie style,
right?
But a little bit more filled in.
Love it, folks.
See that, right? If you were to go down, you were to see the posts back to back to back to back to back.
Look at that.
But it's all different. It's all different covers there. So if you actually open it, you could actually see each one. It's just yeah.
Oh, I see. There we go.
How many days did you do that over, George? Was it like a few weeks, or was it once a week? Was it every day?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The Instagram post you did, was it every day? Was it once a week? How often?
For when I was introducing it, it was at minimum daily.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those I think I was spitting them out 3 at a time because I'll do the collab invite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. It's different fan groups at the end of the day that would be part of it. That would be in those posts. But I'm talking about the ones that repeat. Everything else has been on a daily. I think these past 3 days, because each creator's been posting, they've been adding me as collab. I think these past 3 days, easily, 12, 13 posts, really, honestly. At the end, because if they're gonna post, might as well add me as a collab to it, so then my fan base could see it as well. Anybody that follows that specific campaign.
That's a great idea. Like I said, we do it a bit in Apple as well. Because it kind of helps show things off, and you're already part of the family, so why not?
So that's Mad Monkey. Yesterday they did a live where they were drawing live right there. Cool. So those are actually his 3 characters that he was drawing and coloring live.
That's what I said. Keep working, folks. Keep showing it off. Keep sharing. There's just so much, and it has to help you out.
My fear is always that I'm overwhelming people.
I don't think so. you got so many bits and pieces here. It's kind of hard to be overwhelmed. I think if it was the same book over and over and over, you might be like, oh wait, maybe I'm doing this too much. But this is a whole bunch of different stories in one shot.
Yeah, that's true. Because when, for the most part, Phantasmagoria, the account stays pretty dormant up until we're ready to start releasing little snippets, sneak peeks, and whatnot. And then once the campaign goes live, that thing just blows up with back to back to back to back to back posts.
But again, it's so funny. Like when you're doing the Kickstarter, I know that people get upset, but I'm like, I'm doing a Kickstarter. What do you expect?
It is what it is. I was talking to the guys today about me doing, when we were speaking about it during the pre-show, that I've been sending out cold DMs because the algorithm for Instagram is not nice to us at all. After I started DMing people, those people that I DM, they started showing up on my feed, even if they don't respond to me. Yeah. And I'm like, that makes no sense.
Because you need to interact. I'll explain it. You need to interact with the people on your feed, and if you're not interacting with the people on your feed, even if you're sharing or liking their videos or whatever they're putting up, you kind of don't get them on your feed. But as soon as you start like interacting, DMing, all this and that, that's when they go, oh. They're so bad that sometimes what happens is, you'll probably notice this, is that you're following somebody, and then all of a sudden one day you go, wait, I was following you, but I'm not following you anymore. If you're inactive for a long period of time, they'll get rid of the person.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Because
Actually-
my followers will drop and then go
Yep.
back up, and they'll
Mhm.
drop again. It's a racket. Let's just face it, the whole thing's a freaking racket.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because for issue 2,
Mhm.
one of the stories that we saw there is called Father, and that's done by Robert Rodriguez. And when I brought him into issue 2, I've known him since 2022, somewhere around there, and we followed, just when we started doing it, we followed each other 2 or 3 months ago, and I was looking at him like, I'm pretty sure we were already following each other.
Yep.
And I stayed so confused, and I was like, I know I've communicated with this guy, and I know we've shared things, and I was like, where is it? And
Mhm.
when I opened up the chat, it was gone.
Yeah.
There was nothing there, and I was like, and me and him have spoken about it in the group chat, and I was just like, there's something wrong here. Like, I know for a fact that I've spoken to the damn dude, and for the fact that like we're in a campaign together, and I have nothing in our chats prior to the past 2 months, it's ridiculous. I was like, where did it all go? And both of us were just confused out of our minds.
That's what's
Don't get me
happening.
wrong, I hadn't seen his posts in ages.
Yeah.
Instagram was not showing me his posts.
Dude, here's my favorite thing from Instagram, Facebook, all of them. You go and you pay you pay so that it can be shown around. And when you go to pay so it can be shown around, what they do is they allow the people on your feed to see it.
Shouldn't they already be seeing it?
They should be already seeing it, but
They're not.
seeing
You're
it.
paying your fan base to see your stuff.
Exactly.
It's a racket, like I just said.
New people get to see it as well, but because what happens is like only the people that are interacting with you can see what's going on, because there's a way that they do things. There's so these are the important people. These people are on your feed all the time. Or
Yeah,
these are
I
the
noticed
people we
it's
want you
usually
to
the
see.
same
We're gonna throw it
XYZ
over
people. So if I don't post anything for like a week or 2,
yeah,
that's gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
You know what'll help you big time? Just post a funny cat video. You'll be all set. I showed my friends tonight. It's like, have you seen these things? It's like freaking Kung Fu cats. It's great.
It's the weirdest thing.
It's just to refresh your feed at that point. But that's silly.
They just want you to pay for the advertisement. That's all it is. They want you to pay for the advertisement. And when you pay for the advertisement, the people on your feed get to see you.
Yeah,
and even then, the advertisement doesn't even work half the time.
No, because what it does, it does its job. It lets people see you. It doesn't mean that these people are going to do anything else.
It doesn't do its job. You got the whole lookalike, and you got the whole demographics. It's a bunch of crap. I mean, I hate to say it, but Zuckerberg is just the biggest money thief going nowadays. It's unbelievable. This guy.
They all are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because all they care about them is themselves. So
yeah.
They don't care about us.
No.
They don't care about us. No, not at all. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. They're fighting over here. Let's say, did Herbert get my cover? And he, of course, he says he got the early bird special.
If you can, you must.
He got the physical catch up. The physical catch up. So
yeah,
wait,
that's
you were
very
saying
good for people that weren't in that didn't know who we were in the first issue.
Yeah.
So we always offer the physical catch up, and the first issue for the most part, they're extra copies that we have. So we try to give it at a reduced rate, so it doesn't hurt too much.
So wait, you were saying that there's a tier where you can get all the covers.
Yes.
How much is that tier?
You wanna go back to it real quick? It is. I want to say 100.
I think it was too expensive for my blood.
No. Tell you right now.
I got rid of that thing like 5 times. Go away. Okay.
I get the physical catch
150. Well, 150 after the expiration of the early bird collector set. During the early bird is 135.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for me.
So there's a dish
I
Well, I
game.
get
can
it.
do it, but I can't.
There's different people that have different
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
mindsets. So we still put it in there to see who actually likes it. Actually, in the left side, if you were to just scroll down all the way to the bottom, it'll be there.
Whee! Oh wait, here we go.
Oh,
A half
okay, a
page
little
ad.
lower. Okay,
Early
right there's
bird,
the early bird,
135.
135, which it's 10 covers, so that puts it at $13.50 each book, while the book itself is $18.
Not bad. It's a
And
good deal
the regular collector set is 150. Still
right
15
there.
bucks, $3 off each cover. We do have people that have backed it, the early bird collectors. So, like I said, there's
Oh no, you should put this up here because you know somebody's gonna be like, I want all of it.
yeah. So it gives them the opportunity to take it, and it works out for them. It works out for us. Gets us closer to the goal quicker.
I do like the advertisement, 185, and the other one's 100, I think. Yeah, there we go. Half page ad. So, folks, if you guys want an ad somewhere, it's a pretty decent price.
Yeah, and I want to say it comes with 4 copies of the book,
Oh, that's
so
pretty good.
it works out.
That's a good deal. I
It
like
is.
that because usually when you do something like that, you don't get anything.
At the end of the day, if you're gonna get an ad, you're gonna want to be able to show it off, or at
Yeah.
least sell a couple of those, like sell half the books just to offset the ad a bit. So I get it. I'm gonna be human about it at the end of the day, and I try to help in whatever way I can, and those are the ways that I could do it. And I'm pretty sure maybe by the time I get to issue 3 or 4, I could figure out another way of doing it and just a way to improve it. There's never an ending for this, There's always a way to improve the stuff. There's always a way to strengthen it, and
The only time this ends if you can't afford it.
Well, the more stuff you add, George, the bigger your fan base grows because
Yeah,
the people
definitely.
that are existing will want to get it, and then you get new people on, and that's how you grow it. So smart.
Of course, because at the end of the day, issue 1 had 9 different fan bases. And of those 9 different fan bases, only 2 of those stories returned. So those people already have issue 1, and now they maybe liked one of those stories that they weren't originally a fan base of. And now they see this one and they be like, oh, okay, I know the Tales of Goop. I know that was an issue 1. Let me back it now because it's an issue 2. Or Orion's Cube, it was an issue 1, and we're going to do it to issue 2. And it's just a way to get these different fan bases just to cross over and just be able to find stuff that they wouldn't normally find. Maybe it's not in their feed. Going back to the same topic, and you'd be surprised how many times you find something cool, something new, and it makes everybody happy.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's why I like anthologies, is because you get a little bit of everything, you get a taste of everything, and then sometimes you'll find something that you didn't know you liked. It said that they should have a half page ad.
They should grab it.
Yeah, grab it. All right, Mr. Paul Hebert, why don't you tell the people who you are so they know who just jumped in over here, my co-host and special time enforcer. Go for it.
Yeah, sorry it's late. It was down at Ocean Grove doing a modeling session. It was really cool. So I haven't done that since like art school. It was awesome. We had a live model. Yeah, we had a live model, and with my son, we had some drawing. It was awesome. Very cool experience. Missed it. It's very cool to actually look at a human figure and try and figure out how to draw it. So it's really cool. Anyway, yeah, Time Enforcers is my video game, RPG, video game, digital comic that makes learning history fun. And it's a passion of mine that came out of COVID. I really wanted to make the experience of learning virtually more interesting for kids. And this project is just starting to morph into multiple things. I feel like I'm an octopus just stretching out my arms, and it's incredibly growing as I speak. We're working on episode 2 now, and because episode 2 had some issues with videos in terms of deploying on different platforms. So now I'm going to be animating artwork. And so because I'm animating the artwork, I have to create the artwork. That means why can't I do a comic book at the same time? So I'm taking the artwork that I'm using for the videos in the game. I'm now creating a physical edition of episode 2, which is looking really cool.
That's
So
cool.
once I get artwork done, then I said, Long Island Tabletop, what the hell? Let's just do a tabletop game too. Why not? So I'm doing that. So it's like my son goes to me, Dad, this seems like an awful lot. It is an awful lot. But I like it. It's fun. It's getting more traction in terms of notice, which I like. I think it's an important topic. Really trying to make a learning experience for kids interesting and enjoyable makes the ingestion of the material more effective. And so,
That's really cool.
yeah, I just I developed a whole education program on top of that, where it's for 5th to 10th graders. It utilizes a curriculum that abides by the state mandates. So anything that the state needs in terms of requirements for the teaching material, it will be provided by this program. And then we also have a back end that we developed on the computer for the teachers, so they can track the kids' progress through the course, as well as apply grades and make comments and such. So it was very well received at the NJEA conference that we did in Atlantic City last November. We look to attend that one again this year in November. But the reception I'm getting from educators is good. So I'm tackling this on multiple fronts. I want to make it a game for people to play and have some fun, maybe learn about some history, and then also get it out to kids so they can have a better experience moving through school. So
That's super cool.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we love what the professor's doing over here. He just does amazing work. We just need to get him a team.
I'll show the Nick video. This is what I'm talking about, the animation. So it's
okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, doing the animation with the Nick video was important because it's the idea.
Los Angeles, the city of angels, 1947. The war's over, but the streets still feel like they're fighting somewhere. Something sinister. The air's thick with the whiffs from Pan's 24, all-you-can-eat blue plate special, hot asphalt, and bad intentions. Neon signs buzz and flicker, casting purple and green halos into the puddles. Ripples that shift the wrong way, like the streets casting reflections of someone or something that should not belong here. That's where you'll find me, Nick of Time, detective, time enforcer, and the guy they call when history's about to get itself into a knot. Some folks say I'm as tough as a $2 steak, and they're not wrong. But I've got a soft spot for the ones who are saving, the lost souls, the underdogs, the ones who never got their fair shake. I've chased crooks down back alleys, across oceans, and through centuries, and I've learned one thing. Time's got teeth. Bite the wrong way, and it'll chew you up quick and spit you right back out. But me, I keep my rules close, my friends closer, and my watch wound tight. Because in this city, and in this job, if you're not watching the clock, you're already out of time.
I can't wait. This freaking thing. I mean, of course, Rafael did the voiceover for this, so it's just like he did such a great job with it. But it's just, it's everything's coming together. I mean, the thing about Nick, you see, he's a film noir guy, right? Well, everything around him is going to be grayscale. So, like, if you switch scenes to Nick, he's going to be in black and white. The background will be black and white. If someone hands him something in color, that turns black and white. So it's just like, I'm just having a blast with this. I'm getting everything that I had growing up as a kid through the comics, what I've seen in the movies that I love growing up, like the old films, Casablanca, Maltese Falcon, Philip Marlowe, The Big Sleep. I mean, I love this stuff. And I think it's all history, like Ralph says. I mean, art, movies, in addition to the people that lived before us and the great things they did, I think it's really important that, to get kids to develop a fondness that, yeah, history really is interesting if you take the time to really think about it and learn it. But if it's presented in a way where it's fun, then they're going to want to learn more about it, which is really cool for me. So that's really the ultimate goal of this, is really to gamify the experience. But you saw in that video where you have the voiceover, the talking, and the word balloons. That's all what they call universal design for learning. So you have the person reading the information on screen, you hear it when it's playing, and so they're receiving the information in a multi-sensory way, which makes it more lasting in terms of a learning experience. And again, kids that can't read can still experience the comic and still have fun with it. So
I like the multifacetedness of all this, because you can actually play the game or enjoy the comic or enjoy the content, or you can be in a lot of different places, and I think that's what's working for you, Paul.
Yeah, I just what I liked about this, and Ralph's laughing at me because we go to Long Island Tabletop, and I come out and it's like, man, now I got to do a freaking tabletop role playing game. And he goes, yeah, okay, I'll talk to you in 6 months. So he calls me in the next week. I said, man, I got it done. So I got the game mechanics done. I actually have the first 110 cards for the question cards done. I got the action cards all worked out. And then when I'm not going to tip it because I don't want to tip everything, but there's going to be an added component to this that goes beyond just answering questions or dealing with villains. So it's really meant to be an imaginative experience. And the way I look at this is it's history, but it's also a comic book. So let's blow things up and have a blast while we're like destroying the past, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and you make it engaging.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we got a lot of things. I'm working through the comic now. I've got about 17 pages done at this point. We're going to have a big reveal for episode 3 in the comic book. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. We're going to have a giant kaiju in episode 3. So, I mean, wanton destruction and, things going on, history falling apart, and the Time Enforcers have to put it back together, but they're having a tough time right now.
I need to know when in history do we have kaijus?
They're all over the place.
Dragons, man.
Monarch. I mean, Monarch is a great series, man. I love it. Such a great series.
We got dragons.
Kaiju,
man.
Yeah, man, it's great.
The amount of dragons that are everywhere in history. There was something big at some point.
Something was going on.
I mean, a kaiju is just a dinosaur. Except it's blowing like radiation breath. Okay. Oh, that's what nuclear power does. Okay, you take a dinosaur, you drop a nuke bomb on it, it survives and becomes Godzilla. Why is that so hard to believe? I don't understand.
I gotta say, one of my favorite things they did with Godzilla was when they had the spine light up.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh,
but he revs up. It's like
What about King Kong with the
it
glove?
stops and like boom. Yes, this is it. This is the wanton destruction. But I got to do my spin on it, so it's not going to be that. But I think it'll be just as interesting, which is going to be very cool. Ralph knows what it is. So.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great spin. People won't see it coming.
Yep.
So George, one more time, tell the people where they can find you.
I'm most active on Instagram. So for the most part, I'm on at the Comic on.
Ooh, I think we lost him for a second.
Yeah, his camera froze up.
Yep. But you see it right here, folks. What I'm going to do is George is away. I'm going to play the video again. That's
I don't
funny.
know what happened.
His wife pulled the plug.
I don't know what happened. I was here, and then all of a sudden, I hear you saying that I'm gone. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
the screens disappeared. I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah, you were completely frozen. You weren't saying anything. Yeah, just like that. I was like, okay, go ahead. Explain to him now before they cut you off again.
Before they cut me off again, it's almost my bedtime. Okay, so I'm most active on the Comic Unknown on Instagram. For Phantasmagoria specifically, it's Phantasmagoria_comic. We have our own website, comicunknown.com, and the Kickstarter is for Phantasmagoria issue 1 and 2. You just type in Phantasmagoria in Kickstarter. I think it's like the third thing that pops up, since it's not that common of a name. We're live until April 20th. We have currently 21 backers. Woo! That's probably like, I don't know what, 40 something percent. So that's not bad. 1,500 is the 50% mark. That's not bad. We've only, in 15 minutes, it's going to be the end of day 3. So we'll keep on pushing. We'll keep on doing stuff. And I'm pretty sure we're going to fund. I'm fairly confident at this point.
I don't know why you wouldn't. It's a great book. So
definitely.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
You're good.
You're gonna fund. Well, we want us to get you to 5,000. Come on, folks, get them to 5,000. Come on.
And we'll dish out even if it's not reflecting a stretch goal for 5,000. I don't think it is, but we try to add something in there each time. Well, one thing physical and one thing digital, mini prints, stickers, whatever it is, just something to add on to the campaign, to the people that are receiving the book. So we've even extended we have the option to extend the gallery, which we do a gallery, before I forget, at the ending of each book, including Phantasmagoria.
Nice.
Where we get all the fan art or any additional art that the creators have done, and we just add it all in there. And we'll probably put like in each page just like 4 or 6 pieces of art in there, and then we'll still have like 5 pages worth of gallery. And before I forget, Hack and Sketch, which he's under the account of the Odd Contenders, was saying that he's doing this thing with his cover, where if you back his cover, he'll send you physically back his cover. He'll send you some form of art for free.
Wow.
Nothing additional required, just as long as you back his cover.
That's some incentive right there. You back his cover, you get original art. There you have it.
This is Cadesner Falls. Cadezer Falls. I always mispronounce it. It's a little tough for me. It's the one where it's the 2 sisters, a vampire and a werewolf, and the cover has them cut in half, so it's like a mesh of both of them together.
Oh wait, we're in the wrong place. Hold on. There we go. I
think it's like the third one.
Look at all these beautiful covers, folks.
Yeah, that one's it right there.
Which one is it?
That one right there. So if you back that cover,
I gotta redo my pledge then, and then do that as an add-on. I can do that like in 10 minutes because I want the early bird.
You can do the early bird. Well, you do the early bird, and then every cover's in the add-on.
Yeah.
So while we normally offer just the standard cover and then the variant with the standard, we jump all the way to collectors, because imagine creating a tier for each one. That's going to be difficult, and that's just going to slog it. It's going to make it huge, long. People are going to be confused. So I only do it with just one variant, one standard, and then in the add-ons, you could just add whichever other cover you want.
Make life easy. What do I want? I want this. Ha ha. You have it, folks. Go check them out. And of course, like he said right there, you would get his cover, which is right there and on the screen. He gives you original art. So go buy it. No,
if you can, you must.
Does this at all.
whatever lets him win the contest, you know?
I like the fact that you're doing the contest, and he's like, I'm going to win this. So
by
folks,
any means necessary.
Exactly. Folks, just to remind you of who's been on the show this week, our pal Joshua, his book, Time Sensitive, went live yesterday at 10 o'clock, and he's doing really well. He funded in 24 hours. He's already at 15,639, 286 backers, and he has 27 days to go still, folks.
That is impressive.
And I'm going to show you why this is happening. I'm going to go to the videotape. Here we go.
Okay, we are back. I'm Joshua Rubin. You may not know my name, but Ezio, Clementine, the Destiny Grimoire. I have spent the last 15 years helping to build some of the biggest worlds in games. And now I'm doing one for me. Welcome back to Time Sensitive. For those of us just joining us, Time Sensitive is an existential, high-concept sci-fi thriller that is part adventure and part break your goddamn heart. The kind of brain twister that makes you cry, like Severance, Interstellar, Everything, Everywhere, all at once. And if you like those like I do, you'll like this. In issue number 1, we met LAPD detective Caleb Stone, whose wife disappears at a gas station, and everyone tells him she's been dead for 6 years. His only hope? A mysterious teenage girl who says she knows why his wife was deleted. Now, issue number 2, the future gets darker. The conspiracy goes deeper, and Caleb has one chance to save his wife. And believe me when I say he will risk anything to do it. Over 850 backers believed in issue number 1. We funded at 465%, and the reader response has been amazing. Check this out. Holy crap. I've been sitting in the parking lot with groceries steadily getting warmer. I sat and read the whole thing. Another said, I'm here for the whole damn ride. Every episode, total no-brainer, not even a microsecond of thought. And then one fellow game writer admitted to me, I even started crying a little bit, explaining the story to my wife. Right? Our team is getting bigger and better. Portuguese artist Jorge Coelho, my partner on this project, is working at the top of his game. He is coming to issue 2 fresh off winning the Amadora Award for Best European Artist for his adaptation of The Great Gatsby. And joining us for issue 2, colorist Sarah Stern. She has got 300 issues plus Marvel, DC, Image, Batman, Captain America, Star Wars. I can't believe she said yes. Okay, Kickstarter rewards. With issue number 1, you got to see the quality of our printing, to feel the soft touch covers that we send. This is important to us. With issue 2, we are coming back with another deluxe oversized edition with dozens of pages of back matter and a new bookplate illustrated by George, signed by both of us. If you're into variant covers, we have got 3 of the top artists in comics today bringing us new covers, including a Kickstarter exclusive from Philippe Andrade, one of the top European artists, not available anywhere else but here. If you've missed issue 1, don't worry, we've got you covered. You can get 1 and 2 together at a discount. And if you're into all the back matter, behind the scenes goodies, we have got bundles that have everything all together. So thank you, truly, for being here, for taking a risk on new voices in comics, for wanting stories that make you think and make you feel something and leave you desperate to know what happens next. This is issue number 2. Let's do this.
Yeah, he's very excitable. He has so much passion for his project. Great book, folks. I already read the first issue. You should really check it out. And some drama's been happening behind the scenes here because Paul's like, I did it, and it's like, I can confirm he did it. Heck, he's gonna be busy.
I'm gonna say something about that Kickstarter video. That is an impressive goddamn video.
That is an impressive video.
So many cool effects. That is like professional.
Dude, we were talking to him on Monday, and it was like, I don't know, man. I was like, dude, no, you are so earnest in your video. And then you put it all together, and you show off your stuff so well, because he was like, at first, like the first time he did this, like for the first issue, he was on and he was talking about his video. I don't know, Ralph. I'm like, dude, it's a great video. This thing is earnest. This thing is, you're actually giving the audience exactly what you feel, what you're feeling. Keep up the good work, man.
I love how he did the panels and he did the animation.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
See, folks, sometimes you got to work a little harder, but it's all funny because it all depends, because your video was great. It kind of showcased everything. It showed off everything. I feel like the only time that your video kind of gets lost out there is when you're kind of meandering and you're not really doing anything with it.
It's what I had available, and I think I try to get everything done as much as I could. I would have loved having my wife to do the narration for it. At least it'll kind of like push.
I would have added something to it. Yeah, I agree. If you can convince her for the 3rd issue, it'll be great.
Yeah.
Folks, the last one, our other pal was here on Monday showing off his stuff. This is a more simple video, which we were just talking about, but check this out.
Oh, legal cryptids.
Yep.
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster. Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. Check out the epic conclusion to the story in League of Cryptids 4. Available only on Kickstarter.
Goddamn human race never fails to disappoint. I tell you, man.
It's been
voice
interesting
reminded
to
me
see
a
that
little bit of
whole
Space
thing coming
Ghost.
to fruition. He's done a great job with it, folks. Go check it out. If you love cryptids, this is gonna be right up your alley. These guys are just going back and forth here. I just finished George Mom art, so I'm ready for this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, Paul. You're gonna have to reach out to him. He's active on Instagram, so then you guys can figure out what art it is that you want him to draw for you.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now I gotta decide. It's like I'm like so freaking stressed trying to get my own stuff done. Now I gotta think of something else.
Do one for Time Enforcers.
Yeah, I mean, I might do a time. It's funny. I was at Tabletop and Shadow Rabbit, who we love, great friend. He does
Shadow
these
Rabbit's
great
cool.
figurines, and I'm looking. It's like, do I do Marvel, DC? And I said, F that. I want Time Enforcers. So I haven't seen it yet. I think he did it, so I can't wait to see what he looks like when he gets.
Wait. You haven't been paying attention to the video?
What video? What's your video talking about? I haven't seen it yet. I'm like half asleep half the time. What do you want from me?
Yeah, it's your video, the one I made for you.
Oh, I didn't see it. Which play it again? I missed it.
Right, so it plays through,
Yeah.
and then at the end, it showcases what he did for you.
I didn't see that part because I keep talking over it. That's why. You show this when I'm talking over it. I'm like trying to think and talk at the same time.
See?
Oh! So, I can't. It just was there. It was awesome. It was Chronolith and Inquisitor. I loved it.
Yeah, he did a great job with it.
Yeah.
It was so. I have it over here, which is so funny because I completely
Great!
forgot
You
about
have
it.
it over there. That means
Yeah, I
I'm
completely
okay
forgot
for
about
this
it when I saw you
12
on
months.
side of.
Freaking! I had Francis Bonnet do me a piece.
Oh, it took me a while to
for
give you that one. Yeah.
Chronolith. I didn't see that thing for almost half a year.
Well, I'm supposed to see you soon, so it's in my book bag. The problem was that I didn't bring my book bag to Books in Blue. All right, folks. I hope you've loved the show. George has been a blast. Paul has been a blast, and of course, on this show, when it ends, we press the button, and where it stops, nobody knows.